M0FXB, welcome back to my Mazzy dog walk chats. Let's talk about people slating companies just because the product they make is not the one they like. So, and we're talking top companies here. So, ICOM, for example. Now, there are users out there that will never buy an ICOM and don't like ICOM, okay? Which is fine, it's a preference. Nothing wrong with that. Then you'll have a YAESU person go, I like YAESU radios. Yeah, that's the products I like. I love them. ICOM radios are junk. ICOM radios don't work properly. And they'll even say it about Kenwood. Now, I don't understand why people talk this way. Yeah? Now, let's just say it go the other way, you know? I love ICOM radios. And that's your preference. It's great that you have that preference. That's your preference. Just like some people drive a Ford car. Others drive a General Motors, Vauxhall. It's a choice. It doesn't mean that the other car or the other product is a load of junk. So I'd like to know what makes these people do that. What makes a person go, because that isn't my preference, I will now just openly and say it in conversations, in messages on social media, YouTube, to my friends, I will now say that, YAESU is junk. This is one of the best, most sophisticated items out there for ham radio. And we haven't even thought about the Kenwood, which is like the Rolls Royce of many devices. So all I say is why? Just why be like that, yeah? I hear other things like someone will say, oh, you know, Chinese junk. I hear that quite a lot. It's not that the Chinese companies make junk. They don't make junk, but they do cater for the low cost items, and you know, there are higher cost items. I mean, look at the Zygo X6200. That's not a low cost item. And the X125 amplifier, that's like £600, yeah? But yeah, if they make an item for £19 delivered from China, and many Bofengs, UV18, UV17, 21, there's loads. Colour screen, VHF, UHF and airband a lot of the time, broadcast radio, and it's also the kind of product you can drop and it doesn't break. Yeah, so no, it's not junk, but it's a low cost item. If you look at the filtering and all that kind of stuff and you try and compare it to the other junk radios, which is ICOM and YAESU according to some people, it's not going to be as good. But of course it isn't, because you've paid less for it. The Quashangs, you know, but look at what you can do with them. I've done more with my Quashangs than I ever have with any of my top-end radios. Because the thing about the top-end radios, yeah, they come out with a few bugs. You can see that. The YAESU FTX1's got a couple of bugs. But the thing about the top-end radios, they don't tend to have much wrong with them once they've been... Just let them Mazzy off. Sorry about that. Once they've been released. I do feel that YAESU did push that one out a bit sooner than they normally would, I feel. As you know, I've been testing the USA model, and it's 99.9% works great. It's an amazing set, really. But I feel like they should have held on for a couple of months, and just because some of the bugs are so obvious ones, they're not even. Everything's fixable. I haven't seen one bug that is not just a clever person rewriting some of the firmware. I don't know how they do it, you know, hex files and all that. But yeah, so anyway, I thought I'd let you know, just say that. Just please, you know, in my opinion, everything is my opinion. I'm not, you know, everything's my opinion, and that is, please stop slating companies. It's just rude. If you want to describe what is wrong with a product, like, and give evidence as well, don't just go, oh yeah, it's deaf. That's the most common one we hear. That radio's deaf. Rubbish. Sort your antenna out. That's what actually means. Or get rid of your QRM, your local QRM, all your chargers and your LEDs and all that in your own house. Or maybe your next door neighbour's got some solar panels. Who knows? The term deaf. I've never used a radio that was deaf, ever. You get on a hill like here. Yeah, you put the worst radio you've ever had on this hill. It's going to receive. Bye for now.